Is Marvel on the road to Civil War? Find out in this week's new Off Topic. I'm your host, Kirby Kid.
And I'm Black Superman.
Let's get started.
With a lot of the things that have happened, especially with Captain America getting rid of S.H.I.E.L.D., S.H.I.E.L.D. has left a very big hole. Now, of course, we know in season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they're going to start rebuilding S.H.I.E.L.D., but eventually it's going to become too big. Or at least this is the way it's been laid out. It's going to become too big, and Captain America 3 has already got a subtitle: Civil War.
Thank you, Jesus. So that probably means after the fallout of Civil War, and let's face it, most people don't even trust the Avengers because that's too much power to be having in one team. Mm-hmm. And whatever happens between the movies now or I'm sure Ultron's not going to help. I'm pretty sure it's not going to help at all.
And you've read the synopsis on Ultron, right? The new, they've actually put out the synopsis for the new Avengers movie. Yeah. So according to this, neither Ant-Man or Tony Stark actually created Ultron. Their fathers did it. Like the original Ant-Man and Tony Stark's father actually are the ones who built whatever it is that becomes Ultron. Tony Stark brings it out, so because the world needs to be protected, so he brings these things out and he rebuilds them and makes them better, and then they become Ultron.
Fantastic.
Now Tony always messes up.
Now I'm sure whatever happens between now and then, with Ultron and all that stuff, is going to make America weary of superheroes, because it's like, look, you guys always show up and then you wreck a town or a city or the planet.
Yeah. The only one who gets a pass on that is Captain America,
because Captain America can do no wrong. But so apparently they're probably going to do Civil War, and if you're not familiar, Civil War is a storyline where there was I believe it was a mutant that exploded and killed Kansas. And it was and then a younger superhero team, I think it was the Young Avengers or someone, failed to stop it. And so what they decided to do was in a moment of reactionary fake political outrage, they decided to turn against the heroes and say, anyone with a power or who is a superhero, you must register with the government, take your mask off, tell us who you are, and you now work for us. So it's like a draft and also sort of like a semi-Nazi registration thing. Yeah,
and then the superheroes were all split in half. There were some, like Peter Parker, who was the first one to take off his mask.
And what happened when he took his mask off?
Ant-Man got killed.
Oh, isn't that weird?
Yeah, the reason why you wore the mask in the first place?
They don't wear the mask because it looks fashionable. They wear the mask because it saves lives.
Yeah, like the people they love, the wife who doesn't have powers and the baby that got stolen by Norman Osborn.
So there's that. Now, the thing about Civil War is if they're going to do it like they did in the comic books as close as possible, because they can't use mutants. I hope that means Hulk will be on Planet Hulk, because that's where he was during Civil War.
Well, I've read that the Hulk is going to end up in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie,
and that will probably be Planet Hulk. Somehow.
Possibly,
or a version of that storyline.
Yeah, like maybe 15 minutes of Planet Hulk, and then the rest of it's Guardians.
And I don't know how they're going to do World War Hulk, because if he's not sent into the universe by the Avengers, he has no reason to be angry when he comes back.
That's true.
Yeah,
but I mean, then again, Lou Ferrigno also has said that a Hulk movie is coming. He actually said this, I guess, last week. Mm-hmm. So Lou Ferrigno says a Hulk movie is coming, but after the Hulk movie, then they want to do a Hulk TV show. So I'm not really sure why you would go from big screen Hulk to small screen Hulk. Usually you would go the other way around.
Didn't the old school Hulk TV show do really well?
Yeah, it did. But I mean, that Hulk was Lou Ferrigno.
He'll still be voicing it.
He'll be voicing it, but that Hulk was also puny.
Civil War does not make sense if Hulk's on the planet, because Captain America will say, see the Iron guy who's flying around, make him not there anymore,
and that will be the end. and Captain America is a World War II soldier, so he actually has no problem with killing you if he feels like you need to.
Right, and he can control the Hulk, because I think my favorite one of all time was in the new cartoon where Hulk was I think he was either vampired out or mind control or something. He was going crazy, and Cap was like, "Stand down, soldier." And Hulk was like, "Roar!" I said, "Stand down, soldier." And Hulk was like, "I'm good. I'm back. What's going on? What I missed?"
Yeah, that was a good scene.
You know,
we both agree that this is not the best Avengers show. The one that was on before, that was a great scene. That was a great scene.
And so I mean, because that's why he would not be in Civil War, because it would make things too easy. And Thor has to be dead too, because it wouldn't make sense.
But we've already heard that the Thor girl isn't going to happen in the movie.
Thor was cloned, which is why also Thor is not friends with Tony Stark. Mm-hmm. So I mean, a lot of things have to happen for Civil War to work out correctly, and they're going to bring out a lot of B and C list heroes to fill in the spots of the mutants.
Yeah, and then you're also going to have to find someone to fill in for Spider-Man. You know, you're going to have to find, but it's got to be. The thing is, you have to have a prominent hero who people don't know who he is, and everybody knows who all the Avengers are. So you're going to have to establish a prominent hero who's wearing a mask, and then have them take it off for that to work.
I wonder do they own the rights to Ultimate Spider-Man, or is that wrapped up in Spider-Man?
I'm pretty sure that's wrapped up in Spider-Man.
Maybe Iron Fist, because Iron Fist and Power Man are getting their own Netflix series.
Maybe Captain Marvel. As in Ms. Marvel.
Ms.
Marvel.
Oh.
You know, the one who's still wearing a mask. But who also works for S.H.I.E.L.D.
I would like that, because Ms. Marvel is
hot.
Yes,
she is.
Happen. Or it might be Ant-Man.
It could be Ant-Man.
And then he would lose Wasp. Who probably not going to be Wasp, because they don't want to do Wasp.
Well, yeah, actually, the Van Dyne, like, it's not Jan Van Dyne, it's their daughter who's going to be in the movie. And I can't remember whether she's going to be Wasp or not.
So then they'll probably kill the mom then.
Probably. Or he'll have done it because, he beat her.
But I hope one thing they bring up in the movie is, Tony is like all gung-ho about registration. And see, but here's my whole problem with Civil War, like with Tony's reasoning was, yeah, you feel everyone should come forward and take their mask off, but you have two things that they don't. One, you've already taken your mask off. That was never an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And two, your power can be bought. Everyone else, it's their blood. You know what they're really going to do.
There's actually a couple of other issues also. Like, he's richer than pretty much anyone else on the planet, so
there's that too,
and he's got defense systems, so he's not worried about anyone taking him out.
And he has no family.
Yeah, he has no family. I mean, he's got Pepper, but Pepper's not his girlfriend in the comic books.
No, she's like with somebody. She's happy, right?
Yeah, she's just some girl who works for him.
Yeah, she had rescue too. So
yeah, so I mean, he's not concerned with losing her.
Right. He has nothing to lose,
and he never did.
And he has the whole world.
And that was the big issue. Like, the person who has nothing to lose is making a bunch of decisions for people who have everything to lose.
Yeah. And I never got why Cap gave up, because I understand that he saw that their fights were tearing apart like the country, but sometimes you have to make that sacrifice and keep going, because if you let Tony win, the world just goes to crap. And I don't remember, did they keep up with the Registration Act, or was it repealed?
If I remember correctly, once Spider-Man made his deal with Mephisto, it reset everybody.
Right. That's good, because even if, like, let's say they did repeal it, like through laws or whatever, everyone who took their mask off though is already compromised.
They're compromised.
Yeah. But I really hope they do it. I don't know how they're going to do it, because they may have to make a bunch of B-list brand new heroes just for the movie, because you can't afford to give everybody their own movie as a hero and then bring them in.
Well, but you can dust off, say, like the Thunderbolts. I mean, well, you don't have to dust them off; they have their own movie. Well, but you can take like the Thunderbolts, and there's like 6 or 7 superheroes right there.
Alpha Flight.
No one cares about Alpha Flight.
No one cares about them.
I can't believe you even brought that up.
I'm sorry. I apologize to the entire world for that.
Maybe the Avengers West Coast, because supposedly War Machine was supposed to get his own movie, and that'd be the easiest way to do it. Take Avengers West Coast, stick them up there, and then
you have what's his name? Human Rocket. The dude who's with Guardians in the comic right now. Nova. There we go. Almost forgot Nova's name. That was bad. That was bad of us. Like, Nova could be in it, because they already introduced the Nova Corps. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they introduced that. Big Hero 6, the Disney movie. Mm-hmm. That is a Marvel thing. that is about a team of superhero kids. Well, in the comic, it's two superhero kids from Japan. It looks like they're going with the whole they're in America for this one, but you could make the jump and have them have some real counterparts if this movie does well, you know. And that would cost you almost nothing because they'd be unknown actors with no previous screen time.
That's true.
Yeah. But the characters would be popular because the movie did well. So you have that. The Guardians of the Galaxy it doesn't really affect them. Maybe Peter because he probably still has family on Earth, but
I'm beginning to wonder that the whole Thanos thing, if it's even going to happen in Avengers. I mean, they've showed it in Avengers, but with you got the Age of Ultron and then possibly Civil War happening, I'm beginning to think the whole Thanos thing is just going to happen with Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's not going to affect. It's not going to happen in the Avengers.
I think Civil War is going to be contained within the side movies, like because you know, like in comics, like it's always in like different issues or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to have like Captain America 3, Civil War, Iron Man 4, Civil War, and then like a Civil War wrap up. And then I think Avengers 3 is going to be its own thing.
Because one of the things that they were saying, they were actually saying that this would be the last time that Chris Evans was going to be Captain America when he did Captain America 3. And they said Captain America 3 Civil War was going to change pretty much all of the Marvel Universe as far as the movies went. And then he was going to be gone. But then Chris Evans turns around and said, "You're trying to count me out."
Right.
I mean, you know, just because you guys think this is my last movie doesn't mean this.
Well, then what that means is then in the movies leading up, like most of Phase 2 is going to be probably after Age of Ultron. It's all going to be about Civil War, culminating in Civil War, Captain America, ending with him being shot by the Punisher, like he was in the
because comic. That's another thing. The Punisher actually was in Captain America 2. Yeah,
Castle was in
the Captain America 2. It was just a passing scene, but he's like getting out of a van. Nobody noticed it, but one of the articles I read showed it, and they pointed it out. He's actually in Captain America 2.
Was he in S.H.I.E.L.D.? Or
no, he just was on the street.
Because you can't do Civil War. Well, I mean, I guess you could do Civil War in one movie.
You could.
It need to be 3 hours long. Or really bad 2 hours long.
But you know what happens? What happens when they do a movie that should be 3 hours long now? They make it 6 hours long and make it 2 movies.
I mean, like so basically, if they're gonna do it right, they're gonna have to do leading up to it other Civil War movies and then end with. That's the way I would do it, you know. Mm-hmm. But then again, because the way I would do it is good and would do the story correctly, they will do it the other way.
Now let's be fair to Marvel. So far, they've done the movies right.
So far, which means
that they're due for a screw up.
They're due for ruining it. But the point is, Civil War. By the way, these cool mutants will not be in Civil War
at all,
unless they copy them and make them in humans.
Not gonna happen.
They got Scarlet Witch and Discount Flashing.
Yeah, but they're gonna be some kind of weirdo clones or some crap.
Well,
and they won't be called mutants.
I know they'll be experiments or some bull crap. But make him another Wolverine. Just call him Wolverine. It's an animal. You can't copyright that.
I do have to admit though, back to the X-Men movie, all the scenes with Quicksilver were pretty cool.
He was way faster than he's supposed to be. He's not that fast.
Yeah, no, he only moves like 2 times the speed of sound.
That's Flash's power. And you know what? They probably did that to establish him as the fastest speedster, which means people my age and younger are going to grow up their whole lives thinking that Quicksilver is faster than the Flash.
Yeah, there's a TV show that's going to destroy that for them real quick, though.
Right? Quicksilver better. Nope. Every week. I'm going to show you every week that he sucks. But, yeah, that's it for this video, guys. We're really busy.
Yeah.
We're really busy. But
and we still have the video of new things coming, because like we have some things here which we haven't shown to you guys yet. And then once we put up the new shelf, we'll let you guys choose what things we have in the set.
Let us know how you like the new set. Let us know what you think, what you want to see on there. Do you want us to put like wall scrolls up? Do you want? Why you out picking my cap shield? Why you gotta
Civil War?
Sing. Yeah. So let us know if you want to see more character stuff. Do you want to see a second bookcase with more things on it? Just let us know what you want to see, because we're building the set from the ground up. You don't understand how much work it took to clear this part out. You don't.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was weeks of work.
And since we're not using the green screen anymore because we don't want to we don't
want to offend anybody. Yeah. That's it for this video, guys. This is the new off topic. Hopefully Kirby Kid, went and found a new opening and made a new opening. I hope so.
And Black Superman will enjoy it.
But if you see the same opening, it's because I didn't want to make a new one. But if you see a new one, it's because I had sleep. And I could do it. But that's it for this video, guys. Until next time, we were your hosts, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
See you later, guys.